Hey YouTube, I'm back again. Fragments of Memory or Armchair Philosopher, however you want to address me. I been just ranting about how where is the man's guidance going to come from, because it's just something that I really just thought about. Because I'm not even sure what it means to quote unquote be a man as far as this society goes, because what does that entail? Again, this is something that I even reflected on in one of my other posts, where we're basically we're basically at the mercy of female dictation, i.e., the female determines what a real man is. And there was a video done by Avenue Rants, and I know I'm like really referencing this Avenue Rants guy, Dan Freeman, a lot. But he said something really interesting was that if a man handles his business, i.e., by having gainful employment, i.e., by taking care of the financial responsibilities and by trying to be the leader of his household, he can only do so on a woman's terms. So is our masculinity only as good as the woman that is nearby it? Because he really just struck a chord with me with that statement. It was like, she only wants you to be the leader when it comes time for there to be a leader, when it's convenient for her. And I just thought about that, like, why does it seem that masculinity is only, women only want masculinity only on their terms and under their conditions? But if I were to say to if I were to make any demands of femininity on my terms and my conditions, I would be told that I could not do this, that this was a violation of your rights, that I was enslaving or oppressing you in some way. And of course, this cannot be. How do you get the free pass and I eat the stress? Now, again, I'm not saying I want to do what you do simply because you're doing it. That's childish. But I do look for some consistency. Anyway, I just wanted to just my mind's been turning with that. My mind's really been turning with manhood, what it means to be a man, and then what and how does that affect the world around me? I mean, I really just thought about that, like, who deems me the man? Is it when I grow the correct private parts? Because that seems to be the only reason a woman becomes a woman, is she grows the woman's parts and then she's automatically deemed a woman. But a man somehow has to prove himself. So am I forever locked in a proving myself battle? Which is why I say a woman cannot raise a son. In the sense that she cannot raise him into manhood. She can take care of him, she can love him, and she can give him some tools, but she can't prepare him for manhood. What's really interesting is I was sitting at a Wingstop yesterday. Really good wings, by the way. Anyway, I was sitting at a Wingstop, and there was a mother talking to her daughter. And I mean, this mother was straight up telling this daughter, I overheard snippets of the conversation. I guess the restaurant messed up on her fries, and she was telling the daughter, don't you settle for no mess. And then I heard another snippet of the conversation say, you need to focus on school and get a good, so you can go to get a full scholarship to go to college. And then she proceeded to say, you need to focus on school and God and not these little boys out here. And I mean, the woman had this air of being a stuck up, snobbish type of, excuse my French, tight assed woman. And then it was like, here she was indoctrinating this sweet, cute little innocent girl. It was so wrong. I was horrified. I just sat there though, eating my wings and eating my fries and minding my business. But I could overhear like snippets of the conversation. And just like, it was almost like she was getting this gruel, harsh training from her mother. It was twisted. I didn't know whether I was saying a mother and a daughter or this was some like Hitler Nazi youth indoctrination. I mean, it was so horrible. I mean, she was even telling the girl like, "Oh, you're all that. You know you all that. Your dad done told you all that." Oh, and then she talked about the girl's father. She's all like, "Your daddy ain't even called you. Your dad don't have even have a job. What your daddy do for you?" And I was just like, "Oh my goodness." So now she's poisoning her daughter against her father. And that's jacked up. But I sort of wanted to just talk about that, just at least throw that out there that I was just listening to that. And it fascinated me because she was getting some raising. Whether I think that raising was good or bad is another story, but here she was getting some form of propping up by her parent. And then I pray to God that woman didn't have any sons. Well, anyway, this is just me running through my thoughts here. So if it sounds disjointed and discombobulated, it really is because I'm just really sorting some things out in my own head, and I thought I'd like to share it with the YouTube world. Well, I don't know what else to say, but I think just that somehow, some way, we as men have to cut our paths somehow. Take care.